Everyone, and welcome to the Hype Check Pod. This week we are getting to the end of the Jon Watts MCU Spider-Man trilogy, and we are finishing off with No Way Home, which is awesome because in 2 days, brand new days coming out, a new version, a different life for Peter Parker in the MCU, which I'm really actually looking forward to seeing. So, it's been a busy week, gents. We've had Comic-Con, and we're going to talk about Comic-Con a little bit later. But and it won't be too much. We'll probably just talk about the MCU, the Marvel All H panel, and maybe a couple other things that I wanted to talk about that I just remembered that would be at least important to us. I don't know about everyone else, but there were a couple of things in regards to movies that we like that we can talk about as well. So we'll save that later. But boys, another week. How are you both doing? Andy, how are things, man? How's your week been, man?
Good. So I did an Odyssey rewatch on Sunday.
Oh, that's right.
I remembered and I thought about it until we started, and then totally forgot.
How was
how was
water,
it, man?
Water. Was it water?
How was the water in normal cinemas?
Man, it felt like I was on a boat. It was great. It was pretty cool. Like I was like,
did you do
there wasn't
you do the 4D?
Yeah, D-box.
4DX, D-box.
Yeah.
D-box?
Yeah, that was good. So even like when they're on the boat and the gentle water scenes, like you're kind of like slowly sort of rocking around. But by the end, my popcorn went flying. It was just fucking crazy. I had the popcorn on the edge.
The spear, the sword, the bow.
Just all happening.
And was it as good the second time, man? Did you enjoy it more or less, or did you enjoy it just as much? Did you enjoy it seeing it for a second time?
I think the shine came off a little bit off on it.
Oh, really?
If I'm being completely honest with myself, I still loved it. Look, I still loved it, but I think it was too soon. Rewatching it too soon.
Wow. Okay.
Because I love the last hour when we watched it, but then this time it just didn't hit the same. Because we obviously knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And it just felt a little bit. Sorry, my cat wants to fucking get out.
Mellow. 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes, cat. You sat there so still for the last 25 minutes. 25 minutes. The cat didn't move.
1 second.
Bye, Mellow. See you. And if you hear another cat, it's one in the street that lives around Andy's house as well, because we thought Mellow was meowing before, and it was a totally different cat outside. So if you hear another cat, it's not weird shit. It's the cat outside.
Surrounded.
Sorry, man. Man. Keep going.
Yeah. So I felt the shine came off a little bit, just maybe because it didn't hit the same. IMAX is the way to go, Dave. Like the way we watched it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. I had talking about the Odyssey. There was a couple of guys at work going, "Oh, we're going to go see," and I was like, "You've got to see it in IMAX," and they're like, "Really?" And I go, "I saw it in IMAX. I can't imagine it in any other format." And then we started a discussion around work, which was really weird because, again, relatively new job for me. It's been like 4 months with this crew of people, and they're like, we were just started talking about 70mm film and IMAX and how Melbourne's got the good one, Sydney got ripped off, and I'm like, oh wow, this is a really cool conversation. So yeah, man, I'm afraid to see it in any other format, and that includes the 4K.
It's still good. Right? It just but 4K will be different because you're at home, and it's like movies at home. You've got, I don't know, like that'll be different. But I found like it's just like any other, watching Odyssey on it was still extreme screen.
Yeah.
It just looked like any other movie. It looked like every other movie.
Well, yeah. What was the framing like? Because like you and I obviously know how big it was. Yeah.
Just wide.
Yeah.
Did you notice a difference, like straight away?
Yeah, big time. Yeah. Especially the scene they fight the giants in armor, like on IMAX. That was.
Oh yeah, that was
because it's so big. It was fucking awesome. It just
there were giants on the screen, eh? It was like,
Yeah. So look, that's just my feeling. It's still an amazing movie, and I'll still give it a 5. But the shine came off a little bit, and I think it's because obviously I've seen it in the last, and also I did a bit of research on the actual Odyssey story as well. So yeah. So anyway, that was on Sunday. So other than that, been pretty good.
Nice, man. Rich, how about you, man? How's the week? How are things? How are you?
Good. I'm okay. I just can't remember what I've done for the last week other than work and watch movies.
I think you've worked a lot this week. In the last 2 weeks, you've been smashed with work. So again, if that's all you've done, I'm not surprised, because every time we're talking, it's like, I'm just working. I've got to work.
Yeah.
I'm just working, like, just doing this. It's like, okay.
Just got to do that. Got to do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And tonight isn't another night of work, so later. But yeah, other than that, just movies and family stuff. Nothing too interesting. Just usual stuff for me.
Yeah, same, man. It's been work. I've done nothing this week. Went up to see the old man, so went and saw my father-in-law. So went for the first trip in ages, which was nice. So I escaped Sydney for at least 2 days. But yeah, man, it's been the same. It's just been work, and I've tried to squeeze in a couple of movies, and we'll talk about them at the end. Obviously, we'll do it when we get to what you've been watching, because I think what you've been watching will be interesting this week.
Have you watched what I hope you're watching?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not saying anything. I haven't put anything on Letterboxd. I've kept away from it because I think we've all watched bits and pieces this week. I mean, from certain comments that we've made during the week, I'm pretty sure we've all watched the same shit, at least one. And I'm like, that's going to be a conversation. Could be wrong. Could be wrong.
That one. Oh, no.
Could be wrong. Exactly. And that's exactly the one I want to talk about. So we'll save that until what you've been watching. So everyone, stay excited. Stay tuned in, because it's going to be a very interesting conversation in about 2.5 fucking hours when we get there.
When we get there, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. When we eventually get there. We'll get there in the end. All right, awesome. Let's get into it, because I think this one's going to have a long conversation as well. So, Spider-Man: No Way Home, the final of the Jon Watts trilogy, and again, I had forgotten that he's doing. Was he doing X-Men?
Jon Watts?
Yeah,
I
doing X-Men?
I think so.
So he's gone from Spider-Man to doing the X-Men movie. So again, I don't know if I'm excited or not. I guess after this conversation, we'll all know where we sit with that. But yeah, it's quite funny that with a new director, the director of Shang-Chi is doing the new Spider-Man Brand New Day. And obviously, this is the end of the home series of the Jon Watts Spider-Man movies, which again have been a ride. I think for all of us, it's been probably eye-opening. I know for me, it has been that I've actually thought I enjoyed one a little bit more. The other one I probably still don't like as much. But again, this one where we'll start to have the conversation to see how this trilogy of movies for Spider-Man ties in to the wider MCU, but together. So yeah, I'm excited to talk to you guys about this. So for the first 20 minutes, let's be honest, we only last 20 minutes, and then we can't get past 20 minutes because we want to just talk about shit. So yeah, first few moments of this podcast are going to be spoiler free, and then everything else will be spoiler heavy. And like we said at the beginning, we will talk about Comic-Con. That'll sort of slide into it, because obviously, if you're not aware of what's happened with Hall H and Marvel over the weekend, there is some pretty cool news. Maybe not so much to do with Spider-Man. There was a little bit, but again, there is some bits of information. But again, if you're not aware of what's happening, we're not going to spoil that for you. So let's talk about Spider-Man No Way Home. Andy, again, I'm going to start with you, man, because you are the fan, the Spider fan. And again, we've seen a lot of Tom Holland movies this week. So sorry, in the last month, like it's a month full of Tom Holland and Zendaya.
Yeah, it is actually.
It's a shit ton. I can't believe how many movies we watch with them two, especially in it. And I mean, we'll have 3 with John Bernthal by the time we see Brand New Day. So again, it's quite a very Tom Holland Zendaya month. Hey man, what did you think of Spider-Man No Way Home? Where does that rank and sit with your joy of the other 6 Spider-Man movies?
I think this is the peak of this trilogy in terms of scale and story. I think it really expands, like it just goes like another level, and in a really fun way, which I really appreciated, and it was really cool to see. So yeah, I think this is probably the most epic of the new trilogy. Overall, it's probably I don't love. I mean, a lot of people love the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and it's something I probably have to revisit because I haven't really rewatched them in a long time. I do like Tom Holland as Peter Parker / Spider-Man. He's just a good dude, you know. So you know,
he's a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's got it, man. Yeah, it does. It really does. Whereas Tobey Maguire creeps me out a little bit. But yeah, so that's my position on it. I think it's probably the most epic of the new trilogy, and it's probably the most one that takes big swings, I guess. So no pun intended. So yeah.
But it was a well done pun. I'll give you that one.
Thank you.
Rich, how about you, man? Where does this fit in your fandom of Spider-Man movies? Like, did you enjoy it? Did you not? Is it as good as the other ones? Like, give us your short, brief history around where you think this ranks compared to the others and what you thought of it.
I love this movie, no matter what anybody says. Really love this movie. It ends the as I would say from the previous episode, this is the end. I say the end of his origin story. And
yes, you're so right.
And it takes it up a notch, right? So the other two are like here, while this one's really pushes it above any of the other MCU movies in the past. I'd say since Endgame, right?
Yeah,
I would say since then this is one that stands out the most. I just remembered I actually watched the extended edition, which makes it a much better movie, even better than it was before. So there's an extra 13 minutes.
Fuck.
Interesting.
Fuck, 2.5 hours. Okay.
Yeah, so it's 150 something minutes.
Is that the 4K version or Blu-ray, like a Blu-ray director's cut or something?
No, it's a online one.
Online.
So I think it was on Prime.
It was a digital. Yeah, the digital hadn't extended.
Yeah. I think it was from digital.
Oh shit, that's the one I didn't watch.
Yeah, so I watched that one, and so extra few scenes really pushes certain scenes a bit further, so we can go through that in the spoiler section. So yeah, I watched that. I really enjoyed it more than the theatrical version, and even has a different post-credit scene at the end, even though because of the post-credit it was a trailer for Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of Madness, which I watched going, it's the trailer. I forgot about these.
And so that's gone from that version. So so I really enjoyed it. It's pretty much the same with all Andy's points. So yeah, we'll deep dive into it in spoiler section.
Yeah, no, definitely. I really enjoyed this one. I think, like you two, this is probably my favorite of the three so far. Yeah, it was just, I think this is the you made me laugh before, Rich, because again we'll save that for the more in the spoiler talk around like the origin being these three movies, because again I think that's a discussion in itself, so we'll save that for a little bit later. But I agree, I think this is the best Tom Holland's ever been at Spider-Man. I think this is the most natural he's seemed in regards to being Peter Parker and being Spider-Man. I think it's been really good because this one's probably the more emotional of the three. So there's a lot of things that weigh in on this movie where he actually did really good. And I don't remember this. I went and saw this release day, took the day off work, went and saw it in a really small theater, like a theater that's like 100 years old down the road from me. So it wasn't the greatest viewing experience, but I sat there and go, this is really cool. But it's like, I think it's because the end was cool. I don't know how I felt about the beginning of the movie. So during the revisit we're doing now over the past couple of weeks in regards to Spider-Man, like I think things have changed in regards to at least the last two. So Far From Home, No Way Home, awesome. Still do not like Homecoming. I still don't think it's great. So that hasn't changed. This one's probably made me not hate it, but dislike it even more because this was so well done. The last one was a lot more fun. And the first one, I don't know, there was too much Tony Stark laying the groundwork. It was just, I think Homecoming was probably the most disappointing. And again, I felt that way when I first saw it. It's no different for me. I think it's just reconfirmed that I was right and I don't like it. And that's my opinion, obviously. I'm not going to piss on anyone's parade. If you enjoy Homecoming, a lot of people do, and that's fine. But yeah, for me, I was just like, it is the worst of the three. And this one is probably like you guys. I think this is the best. I think everyone had grown into their characters. I think Zendaya has a lot more life in her. I mean, obviously, Michelle was very introverted, very quiet, very dry, very pessimistic. And this one, she's not that much different, but there's a little bit of a change that you see in her character, and there's a little bit more optimism than she's had before, but she's still her dry character that she's been in the last two. So I think that worked in really well. And obviously in this one where her and Peter are, it's a very different experience from the very beginning. So I think they've actually shown some growth from her. Like I said, I think Tom Holland's actually, this is probably the better performance of any movie I've seen him do. Again, and we're talking after we've seen him in the Odyssey as well. So this epic grand movie where he's just, he was Tom Holland in the movie. This one's probably the better of them all. Again, what's it, The Impossible or whatever it is? That I have not seen it. So supposedly that's one of his best roles ever, and that's one people should see. I haven't seen it. So again, but for me, this is probably one of the best Tom Holland, one of the best times he's played a character where I've sat there and gone, oh, it's actually really good. And the beginning, I was a bit wary. I wasn't too sure. I was like, fuck. And as it went through, I was just like, no, this was really good. So like you guys really enjoyed it. I think they did a good closing to, like you said before, Rich, the origin of Spider-Man, and now MCU can just keep going there. Even though the guy's been in 7 movies, like 5 movies, 6 movies, you know, like Spider-Man's been in a lot of the MCU. So again, it's quite funny that we think of this as the origin, and we'll have that discussion a little bit later. But yeah, again, I really enjoyed it. Would you guys rank it in regards to all of the Spider-Man movies, if you can remember? Do you put that at the, and I'm including into across the Spider-Verse. I'm including the Spider-Verse movies, because where would you guys rank this in regards to, you know, classic story? Because obviously we need to talk about spoilers to get into the nitty-gritty of all the good shit in there. So again, we'll save it. But would you rate this high? Is it in the middle? Again, does it touch Spider-Verse, either of them at the current time? You know, where would you rate this? Do you think it's in that top half? We don't have to go. It's number 3 all time. You know.
Yeah.
You think it's in that top half?
I think it's top.
It's easily. Yeah, it's easily top half for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is the most Spider-Man-ish of this series with Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Totally agree.
Whereas the Homecoming felt like a Marvel Spider-Man movie, or like an Avengers Spider-Man movie. This feels more like a Spider-Man, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
and that's it. Yeah, not totally agree, man. So yeah, I think you're completely right. Like, it's the most Spider-Man of the 3. Yeah. And again, it's because of those things in this story, right? It's a very how you expect Peter Parker to be, and the push and pull between Peter Parker and Spider-Man. I think this is the one of the few that actually shows that duality of Peter struggling with being Peter and being Spider-Man. Like, where do things have to go for him?
And there's a lot at stake. There's a lot of stakes in this one. Yeah. So no, I think it's definitely top 5 for me. Yeah.
Yeah, as you said, Andy, it's not like an Avengers centric kind of movie either. So there's no attachment to it. So I think the only attachment to it is Happy, isn't it? This is the only one.
Happy and the thing in Happy's apartment. That would be the only thing that really sort
Only
of ties
thing.
it in. That would be the only things that
exactly.
tied into the previous MCU ones. Yeah.
Or into the larger universe anyway, because when you think about it, I can't say it without being spoilerish, but
so save it. Just remember it, Rich. Keep it in
I'll remember
mental
it.
Rolodex. Keep it in your mind, because that's what I mean. Like, I'm pushing the boundaries of getting to spoilers. The last thing I want to ask you before we go spoiler heavy, the one thing I want to ask, without going in depth, how did you find the villains? Did you, for this movie, did you enjoy the villains in it? We don't have to go into specifics. Obviously, it's just more of a yes or no. They were awesome, whatever. Mm-hmm. But do you think it was bloated in regards to characters? Because obviously there's multiple people in this movie. Do you think it did a good job being a movie so heavy full of people, so many characters, some that people may not be aware of? And
I think it handled it perfectly.
Same.
I think it did. There's a lot of characters, and it juggled them all.
A shit ton.
But they all had they all had a purpose.
What's that?
They all had a purpose.
They all had a purpose. They're iconic villains, like from the movies. And even the not so great ones. The only thing that was missing was Venom, and I don't know if they could have put that in there. I'm wondering when that's going to happen. When we're finally going to see a fucking Spider-Man Venom film.
Spoilers. We're going.
We're about to jump into spoilers, because I think we start with that. So
look, it's a 8-year-old movie. Let's do it.
Go on. Rich, you the same? How do you feel about it? Like, were the villains good? Did you enjoy it? Did you think it was bloated? Like, what do you reckon?
Not bloated at all. They all had a specific purpose, I was saying before. But I agree with Andy. Venom would have been great, but I could understand how they were trying to set it out. As everybody knows, it's a multiversal kind of movie. So I don't think, if you only had one or two, I don't think it would have made the movie any I think it would have made the movie less. Like, having them all made it a bit more interesting. Each had a different angle to do with Peter and all that kind of stuff. So
and they didn't need to do like a whole lot either. They just had to be there, really, in my opinion. Like, are we talking spoilers now?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay, couple of points for the movie. So again, $2 million budget. This movie was ridiculous. So second biggest domestic opening in the US, behind Endgame, at $260.1 million for opening weekend. That's just the opening weekend. It went on to make, and this is a fucked up number, and again, this is very different from other Marvel movies besides, Endgame, Infinity War, etc., where it was $814 million domestic US, and then $1.1 billion international. So it almost made $2 billion in total. Wow. This movie was filmed in COVID. Some of it was very difficult to do in regards to how the movie was pieced together. And again, let's jump into spoilers, because I wanted to bring all that up before we jump into spoilers. So obviously some of the characters weren't actually on set. So again, we're looking at Flynn Marko. We're looking at
Lizard dude.
They were not in the movie. They were hardly in it. They did some voiceover dialogue and lines.
Really?
That actually captured. Even some of the physical scenes were not them. It was from the previous movies. So they took scenes and parts from the older movies that they were in and spliced it into this movie. But they did some voice work. But because no one they couldn't enter the country to do it. So they couldn't get into film. So COVID fucked this movie. So the fact that this movie is as good as it is, in a time where people couldn't be on set, couldn't be in rooms together, this was middle pandemic. So this was very much everyone, especially in the US, separation, martial law, lockdown. This was in the thick of it. So man, let's chat. Okay, Eddie Brock. Let's just jump into Venom, right?
Venom is technically in the movie.
Venom is in the movie, and Venom is still in 616. So there is some awesome points around it. But do you think if they put Venom, and especially Sony's Eddie Brock, Venom, Tom Hardy, do you think that would have not gone as well if they had Venom as well? Because Venom's such a big character. Like Venom in this movie with Green Goblin, Electro, fucking Doc Ock, Sandman, it would have been a lot.
Yeah, I think Venom would have overshadowed everybody else, to be honest.
Or may have made it too cheesy. Because let's all be honest.
But
Tom Hardy's Venom is funny, but it's some weird shit.
Well, they could have like done the ultimate, fuck you, and just put Topher Grace's Venom.
Yeah, that would have been.
No one
would have liked that one.
But no, it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah. I do like the way they've left it though. That Venom is part of that universe now, and he could go Eddie Brock as for New York Eddie Brock, because we're not into that kind of age of Spider-Man yet.
And the fact that we've gone to the end of the movie, like we do every week, we start and we go right to the end, and we're talking post-credits. So we can't even get any worse. We're at the end of the fucking movie. We haven't talked about anything else. But the fact that the symbiote is in 616 is awesome. The fact that could go into who knows fucking what in Brand New Day as well, because it is here. So there is a part of the symbiote suit there, and the symbiote suit, again, this is not my thoughts. This is other people through researching. Everyone's forgotten Spider-Man except for Venom, except for the symbiote suit. Because the suit is a hive mind across galaxies, across dimensions, across universes, Venom, the symbiote, knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. It's the only person. This is a theory. So this is pretty cool. But the only one that could know is Venom.
They show that theory at the end of Venom. Is it Venom?
Yeah.
Was it 2 or 3?
2. Oh,
shit. I'm trying to remember now.
I have not. I started watching 3 and I couldn't do it.
So
no, it's got to be 3.
3 was I can't remember which one. Yeah, so
because 2's got one of them. 2 got Carnage at the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
so it's got to be
2 is Carnage.
2. Yeah, 2.
I thought that was
3 is Carnage. No,
that's 2.
It's 2.
Okay, don't know.
So, as they're saying, Venom has who knows and has an idea who Spider-Man is, and it's his nemesis. In other words.
Yeah.
So, that. And the other theory I heard is Doctor Strange. He's the only person that knows him.
Okay. Because you don't see anything after he disappears.
Exactly.
He swings off and he never talks to him again.
And he does the spell. So he could do the spell and just leave it on his own.
Well, yeah, he could have pulled a little thread. Just gone, exactly. Just me. I'll leave the Sorcerer Supreme not know. I'll know just in case.
But going back to the villains, though, the only thing I had bad about this movie is they could have made it as a Sinister Six movie, but they didn't. Technically, kind of is, but
do you reckon they intended to, and just something just didn't work, or do you think it was always written this way? Because
I don't know what that is. I don't know.
So Sinister Six is probably the 6 main villains of Spider-Man who come together and form a group, and they call themselves Sinister Six, and they go after Peter Parker.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been on live action, so that's the whole premise of the Sony Spider-Verse kind of stuff. So Craven,
Morbius,
Morbius, and all that kind of stuff.
Sorry. Chest pains, cough.
So they're trying to make a Sinister Six movie. So that's the whole purpose. So it was where was it? In Amazing Spider-Man 2, there was a hint of it in the post-credit scene when the guy's walking in a what's he walking in, Dave? Is it like a lab? And there's all six of them are there with their special talents and special. Yeah,
it's been so long.
And that was a premise. That was a premise for after Amazing Spider-Man 2, but they never got to it. And that's why they're doing all that separate movies now. Which, yeah, that's a different take altogether. But I did hope that this was going to be it, but when they turned Doc Ock, it wasn't. So,
talking about that, and I'm going to jump in. We'll stay on the villains because this is probably one of the most important parts of this movie. Were obviously the villains and the emotional beats, the things that happen, obviously with May, etc. I want to talk about Willem Dafoe. Bucky was awesome in this. I don't remember him being this good, but man, he was better than the original, than his original Spider-Man villain. Like, he did so well in this. What did you think about him in particular for this movie? I don't think this movie would have worked if they hadn't got him to do his Green Goblin.
Yep. Agreed.
Do you reckon? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, he was so sinister in this one. He was fucked. He showed that split of Osborn. Where there's the other side, the actual goblin side that, does really take over most of his mind. And this one, they showed a lot of really, really more in depth than they did in the original. In the original, he was just sort of crazy, and he took the serum, and then he split. And even when he wasn't Goblin, he was still the villain. In this one, they did a really good job of having him be Norman, and you could see those things, especially with May at the beginning. Like, you could see he was disoriented, he was confused. Like, he really did a good job in showing the split between the personalities, how Norman Osborn still exists, maybe this small part, but that was the part that the Goblin let him show to weasel his way in, be friend, do whatever needed to be done. And it was really good. But as a villain, man, he was fucking awesome. And I think it's so weird to take the original Raimi trilogy fucking villain, original villain, and put him into this and still make him so relevant to how this movie worked. Everyone else was pretty good. I think Jamie Foxx, again, did a good job in this one. He was more of how you expected him to be. As Electro, more so than Andrew's one as well, which is, again, it's so funny to say that in a sentence going, oh, Tobey Maguire's villain, Andrew Garfield's villain did really well in the Tom Holland movie. In MCU Spider-Man. Does pretty well done. Did you like how they did all the villains? Do you think they were effective as, and we can go spoiler chat, so again, you can say whatever you want. And Rich, you were going to say something before. Is it to do with the villains?
No.
Or completely?
Yeah, to do with the villains. So here they took it to the next level, right? So
yeah,
especially, I think this is what we're going to talk before the spoiler heavy stuff. But like Willem Dafoe, if he's not in this movie, I'd probably rate it a lot lower than I thought it would be. Totally I give him that. His portrayal of goblins has always been great, and it's always been. He was taking that bar to like another level in this one. When like in number 1, you just see him how he switched characters, and the mirror scene, right?
Yeah.
Well, this you kind of see it face to face, so you can see him just switch, and it just makes the Goblin, and he does that persona so well. And and that voice is crazy.
The voice is awesome. Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah, the voice is awesome. And he shows how his strength is still there. He's, Goblin's just the menacing, just wants to, as they say with the Joker, right? Just wants to cause chaos, that kind of sense. So, but yeah, like that with Jamie Foxx, how Electro was supposed to be, I agree with that. And the other Lizard, Doc Ock was a bit of a letdown because he gets changed. He gets back to normal, but he had the initial fight scene with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, which we got to see.
Yeah.
And who am I missing?
Sandman, and you said Lizard.
Is it
Sandman, and that was it.
So Goblin,
Yeah.
Sandman,
and the
Electro.
fucking tree, the tree that's in
The
the
tree.
and the tree that got imprisoned.
Yeah, exactly. But they all did well, and they all were great in that in their scenes. So I had no issues with that in the part of the movie.
Yeah, no, cool. Andy, what do you think, man? How did you enjoy the villains in this movie?
Yeah, no, it was cool to see them interact in Peter Parker, like the new Peter Parker's world, like seeing Doc Ock going, "What the fuck's going on?" And what is this tech? Like they have no, they're living in the past.
Yeah,
in a weird way. You know, like the Marvel franchise itself has moved on, and everything's really high tech in this version of the Spider-Man world, and it was pretty cool to see them interact with that. And yeah, Goblins. It's interesting that the Tom Holland Spider-Man series doesn't have its own version of the Goblin. Curious to know if that's ever gonna.
Well, there's
no
Osborn. There's no Oscorp yet, so might be down the line. You never know.
Yeah. No, look, I think all the villains were good. I think it was really cool how they brought all of them back, and it served the story well. It juggled all the different villains really well and really effectively to push the story. I mean, it was a pretty there's more stakes involved for Spider-Man this time around, and yeah, I think it was really good how they did it, and I hope we do get to see characters like the Goblin redone again, because the Goblin's a cool character.
Well, let's jump into that. And again, this is not it is spoiler heavy, obviously, but it's nothing to do with Comic-Con or either. Do you reckon? I had a thought the other day when I was looking at a couple of pictures of Sadie Sink and everyone was talking about her being Jean Grey and all this, and I was like, would it not fuck up the universe if she's actually MJ? Like, everyone thinks she's like, we don't really know who's chained up. You don't see her being a prisoner. You don't see that it's her. You assume it's her, but what if she's just MJ? What if she's Mary Jane fucking Watson?
Or she could be Gwen, a different version.
She could be Gwen. Yeah, she could be a different version of Gwen. Like, what if she's not actually Jean Grey? Like that. Like it would be a mad one, because they're still tight-lipped. Like, I mean, even through Comic-Con over the weekend,
isn't she a bit too young to be Jean Grey?
No, she could be a young Jean Grey. Like, she could be a young.
But they did that with the X-Men reboot. And it
depends who Xavier is, right? And it depends if it's even in this universe or
like the guy that played Cyclops, for example, in the last X-Men movies was fucking shit. Like, he was the worst fucking Cyclops that I've ever fucking seen. It was like a kid at a Halloween party, dressed as Cyclops. It was shit. He was. I don't even know. He's in Ready Player One. I can't stand that guy.
Just do not.
He's a bunch of stuff there.
Yeah, well, not lately, because he sucks.
Because it was a shit Cyclops. Didn't get any jobs after that.
But you know what I mean? Like they look like kids, and like the Storm was like a kid, and I guess that was that concept. So I'm hoping that Jean Grey is, because I know Jean Grey is from the cartoons, and she's a bit more mature than whatever Sadie Sink's age is.
Well, who knows?
That's my impression.
Everyone in this movie is fucking 40.
We're talking about Spider-Man, but anyway.
We're coming to, Sadie Sink is actually 24 years old.
Oh, okay. So she's that young. Okay.
That's pretty young. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she could. They might have to do it like if they put her in this age, so she would have to be what, 19, 20? I'm guessing, because he's in university now, right?
Yeah, so it'd be what?
So
18, 19.
Yeah, so I'm guessing they will have to start with the young X-Men with the First Class and then bring it from there, because I can't see them go straight from what they're going to show in Doomsday and then do the equivalent, right? than get new actors.
Yeah.
They have to start from bring in a new X-Men class and then go from there, I reckon.
Like the Jean Grey from the original X-Men movies was awesome. She was great. She was perfect. Yeah.
She was perfect. Yeah,
she was. Yeah, she was good.
Anyway, we're talking about
until 3. But yeah, anyway, let's rein it back in, because again, it was all to time, because this is the thing with Brand New Day that I'm not sure about. Do you think they will actually introduce Oscorp? Do you think in this world going forward that Oscorp could actually become a thing? Because we don't know when Oscorp started. We just assume it's always been there in the other universes. But who knows? Like maybe there's a young Norman Osborn and he has a startup and they say he starts to create Oscorp. Maybe not Goblin, but maybe it starts to lay the groundwork for him being a villain in the next in Spider-Man number 5 in the MCU. Like
I don't think so. Because
you don't think so?
No, because Peter Parker knows who Norman
But
Osborn
that's the
is.
twist, right? He knows that Norman turns into this fucking freak of nature. So maybe he befriends Norman instead of Harry. Maybe there's a thing where they could tie that, or maybe he meets Harry and they've come out of nowhere and he knows what Norman could turn into.
But in saying that, then that would make him like super naive, even more naive than he is in this one, because he's pretty naive in this one.
He is, but let's put it into and let's keep going, because this is awesome. Right now, Peter has no one. Peter is alone. He's lonely. He's got no friends. May is dead. There is nothing. He only has Spider-Man. So knowing that Norman Osborn from another universe turns into this, maybe he does try and befriend Harry to understand or keep his dad on the straight and narrow. Like, I don't know, Rich's fingers going. So yeah, Rich.
Harry Osborn becomes Green Goblin in certain stories.
Yep.
So Norman could be Norman.
Maybe Norman just is Norman.
And they twist it and they say Harry's Green Goblin.
That would be good, but also can I throw another one in there because it made me think of it? No. Because this is good. Do you think Ned's going to become Hobgoblin?
No, I don't think he will.
Why not, man? He can. He is.
No. Well, specifically, we go to a scene in this movie, right? That
yes,
best friends.
Promise me you won't try and kill me.
Bingo. So it's happened twice.
Yeah.
It's happened twice with Harry, right? So it's happened in Amazing and it's happened in the original Tobey. So I don't think MCU will do that. I reckon they'll keep his best friend.
Okay, so
it's too obvious.
Okay, then let's twist Ned again. Do you think he becomes part of? Does he go and study under Strange or the Sorcerer Supreme? Do you reckon he becomes a wizard? Do you think he becomes part of the Order?
He shows that he's got the what did he say? The spark.
Yeah.
And he's always had magicians in their family. So I can't see. I can see that way. Yeah,
I mean, they could, right? They could make everyone. They could make everyone happy and make Ned a fucking sorcerer. That would be awesome too. Okay, all right. Thank you for listening to me as I just spurted out shit as it popped into my head. All right, let's we do what we do. So none of this is in order. The one part that I really did enjoy in this movie, not for the part of what happens, but like I said at the very beginning, this is probably the best acting I've seen from Holland in a Spider-Man movie. Maybe not in other movies, but in the Spider-Man trilogy and the MCU wider movies, I think this is the best he's done. And I think the night before when I watched it again, I didn't realize how long it took until they killed May. I did not realize it took so long for May to die in this movie. How did you guys feel about the scene? How did you feel about the death? How do you feel about the line being given not by Ben but by her? Like, does that affect you guys as Spider-Man fans? Like, how did you take May's death all around? Like, Rich, what do you think? How did that hit for you?
I still remember crying on the first time I watched it. Yeah, I did. Yeah. It's May. that's the thing, right? That's why I always say this is like a 3-part origin story. The other two. So the other two franchises.
One, well, technically the other one didn't, but it did.
So
Amazing didn't, but Gwen was the hit as well as
yeah.
Right.
So Ben died both times, right? And Ben dies pretty much way in the first act on both movies, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
And it doesn't hit you as emotionally as this one does, because you know who May is. She knows Ben's not around for some reason, we don't know. And May's bringing up this kid who's Spider-Man as a single mother, as a single guardian. And she sees that she's encouraging him to be Spider-Man, all that kind of stuff, you know. And then I knew it as soon as she gave that line. I'm going, yep, she's gone. I knew it straight in my head. Is that when she gave that line, and then you just see the progression of her character come from, you know, dating Happy and all that kind of stuff, that she was the mother figure and all that kind of stuff. It hits you harder when you see this movie, when she's the one that's saying save all the villains, you know, make them right again and all that kind of stuff.
And Green Goblin makes a point of saying that that's his weakness. Is her. Yeah,
it was her. So now you said, as you said, he's got no one now. So May was that kind of bond that he had with a normal life, and now he doesn't have, because obviously now MJ's not around, no one's around, so everybody doesn't know who Peter is. So so it made it more emotional to me that, you know, you see all her progression of the 3 movies, and then you go, oh wait, she's saying the line. Why are you saying the line? That means you're gonna die.
That makes no sense. You're dead. Oh shit. Yeah. How about you, Andy? What do you think, man? Did it hit for you? Like, is it a powerful scene? Because I found it really powerful this time.
It is a powerful scene. I thought, like his aunt was everything to him, you know. So it's and I guess I do. This is my nitpick with the film, though, is he is naive in this movie. Like he really lets Norman, you know, trick him into thinking that he could be rehabilitated, and all the villains can be rehabilitated. And it is his fault. Everything is his fault in this movie. So there's a responsibility that you know that he has to accept, being who he is, and this is and he pays the ultimate price, like losing his arm, you know, while trying to save. And he could have just said, "Fuck these guys, just send them back." Which would have been the most logical fucking thing to do. So,
but then we wouldn't have seen Andrew and Tobey.
But that's what I mean. Like it's his fault that his aunt died, and that's something that his character has to grow up and live with.
Yeah,
it's the same with the other two, right? It was his fault for that Ben died.
Exactly.
Yep. Was it Andrew's one? Because you don't see, you see his parents. You don't see Ben.
No, you do see Ben. He gets shot from the supermarket guy, who robs a supermarket, and he goes around. He tries to stop him.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
And then
about that. And his parents
goes in his
parents are super spies.
Yeah.
His father's fucking Tony Stark, and it's like, oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Howard Stark.
That was cool.
That was pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, no, I agree. And I like I said at the beginning, I think this is probably the most grounded and the most authentic Peter Parker / Spider-Man, because Peter always fucks up. Things always go wrong. Life doesn't go well for him. And this movie, he fucking nails it on the head. Like everything he does just doesn't work. It's failed. He loses May. At the end, he loses MJ and his best friend. And I guess the universe, because everyone doesn't know who Peter Parker is. They don't know he's Spider-Man. And I think they really did this well in this movie to actually convey all that. And I think you've said it a couple of times, Rich. I've said it as well. It's such a weird concept to look at these 3 movies and go, oh, this is just the origin of Spider-Man. Like, this is what most movies do in the first fucking 15, 20 minutes, the first act.
Mm.
Here's the pain, here's the loss, and then you go be the hero. And this one, it's been 3 whole movies, including fucking Homecoming. It's been 2.5 movies, including Homecoming, then, where they've actually gone and built everything up. Then we've also had Endgame, Infinity War, we've had Civil War. So there's these guest appearances in these bigger MCU stories where it's been full on, like, and now he's the Spider-Man we expected probably at the beginning of Homecoming. An hour into Homecoming, this is the Spider-Man that we get finally after fucking 6 movies, that he's finally the Peter Parker we expect, right? He's living by himself, obviously, he's alone, he's got no friends, people don't know who he is, and he's just being Spider-Man, and there's no contradiction in his life where he's like pulling between Peter and Spider-Man. He's just Spider-Man. He just happens to be Peter Parker. Well, again, we assume. We haven't seen the movie, so we don't know. So we'll wait until we see Brand New Day. But okay. Yeah, no, same for me. I think May's death in this probably hit more because, like you said, Rich, I think you mentioned it as well, Andy. We built this relationship with May over the 3 movies where it's given us context to her, how she lives, how she thinks of things. You know, she works. The weird part of this one is she was in what? Far From Home, it was the Salvation Army drive, but this one's actually Feast, so it's more comic relevant. So that's cool. So again, there could be other editions of other villains. We don't know if Martin Lau exists. So again, fuck, that would be awesome. Maybe Martin Lau exists and we have him come into this movie as a villain as well. Because
is that Mr. Negative?
You Mr. Negative, yeah. And
Feast, I fucking got it. I got
nice, man. This is what happens when you play Spider-Man games as well as watch Spider-Man movies. And Martin Lau, Feast is a front for his dirty Yakuza business. You know, it's where he launders all his cash. So Feast isn't a real looking after people, looking after the downtrodden and all that shit. It's just where he launders money. So again, and May, whichever version, seems to work there. So again, I think that's cool. And again, you could have Martin Lau be a villain in the next one in Brand New Day. Again, we don't know because we've seen the hand, everything in all the trailers there. We don't know how much the hand plays into it as well. And where's Matt Murdock? Because they're his villains as well. So there could be some really good tie-ins there. And a couple of things with Comic-Con this week very much showed that there was, like, confirmed that the people in red in this movie where he's fighting him in the cell in Brand New Day, they're definitely the hand, because there's a message from one of the police talking to Spider-Man, sending him a text going, you know, the hand's back in town. We don't know what they're doing here, sort of statement. It's not word for word, obviously. I'm sure they don't say the hand's back in town, but they confirm that it's the hand.
Are they in Wolverine as well? Are they villains for Wolverine? The hand people?
When he's in Japan, no. No, not that one. In the Wolverine, it's just his girlfriend who also has mutant abilities, maybe that we may see in other things on TV. Sorry, Rich, what were you going to say, man?
No. Keep going.
Yeah, so I don't know. And again, we have no idea of the premise. We don't know where the story is going in regards to Brand New Day. So again, it's all theories and bits and pieces that we pieced together with everyone else on the internet, because obviously reactions are starting to come out now. There is an embargo on full reviews, but everyone can give their thoughts around the movie. So again, take them with a grain of salt, because who knows who's seen this movie and why. Are they Marvel and Disney shills? Who fucking knows? I mean, we'll get on the payroll with Disney, Marvel. If you want to pay us to go see movies and say they're awesome, we'll do it. We'll do it for sure. All right. Boys, we're at the let's take a break moment. So we're in a good conversation at the moment. So we haven't really talked about Spider-Man. We talked about every villain and how it interacts with the MCU.
We haven't talked about
the X-Men.
Doctor Strange.
We haven't gotten to Doctor Strange. We haven't talked about other things. At least we talked about Venom, because, you know, Venom was obviously one we all wanted to chat about, because that could be such an awesome intro. Again, do I hope it's Tom Hardy? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Tom Hardy in there. Like, it was cool. But I don't know. Venom, the Tom Hardy one's the Sony Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man, whatever it was. They were good fun, but again, were they great movies? Nah. Depends what you think. I don't think so, but they were entertaining. It was fun, but, you know. So let's take a short break. And what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll talk about Doctor Strange. We'll talk about Spider-Man himself. We'll talk about those relationships. We're going to talk about 3 things. What are we talking about, Rich?
The 3 Spider-Mans, not just one.
Oh, shit. Fuck. We haven't even talked. We've mentioned them, but we haven't actually talked about the Spider-Men and their interactions and their introduction, which was also cool. And
that was cool.
So let's take a short break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. But again, stay where you are. Enjoy the ad. It'll be quick. It's only like a minute long. So if you want to go get a drink, because that's what the rest of us are going to do, we'll see you in a couple of minutes. All right, everyone. See you soon. Hey, everyone. Just a little bit about us. We're the Hype Check Pod. We love to talk about TV shows, movies, physical media, video games, and all the things that we enjoy about them. If you're enjoying the content so far, then please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. We're on things like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and obviously here on YouTube. Please leave a comment. Let us know how you feel about the episode, us, what we're talking about. But again, if you think we're going above and beyond, then we'd really appreciate your support. You can do that by buying us a coffee. How do you do that? There is a link down below in the description of all the places that you can find the Hype Check Pod. Please join us every week as we talk about the things that we love. And again, it is in our own opinion. So again, you can like it or you can disagree with it. But as long as you join us every week for the conversation, that's all that's important. Take it easy, everyone. And now back to the episode. Hello, everyone. We are back and we are continuing on our, I was going to say Far From Home, No Way Home journey. We mentioned it before the break that we haven't talked about the Spider-Man. So let's jump into that, because obviously this was the big thing, the rumor that happened, that we actually got Tobey Maguire, we got Andrew Garfield, and we got Tom Holland, the Spider-Man from all the latest iterations of Spider-Man on film, and it was really good to see them together. And I guess the question for me, for the both of you, and Rich, I'll start with you, man. Do you think it hit well the introduction to the other two? How'd you feel about Ned being a sorcerer, opening portals, and then finding 2 different Peter Parkers? Did that hit, man? Did you enjoy it?
I
still hit for you?
Yeah, it still hits. Like it doesn't hit as how great it was in a cinema though. Like when we were watching it first time, no one knew. Like I kept away from spoilers the whole time when it first came out.
I saw it at 11 o'clock, so I got to miss everything because I was just like, I'm going to see it now before I get spoiled.
Yeah, exactly right. So I didn't get spoiled at all. So it was great to see that reaction from anyone. It's like, holy shit, everybody's like Andrew Garfield, and it was like, and then wait, where's Toby? And it's like, holy shit, he's here again. And then it was hit the spot, because it's actually the best moment to have put it, because it's straight off of May dies and Spider-Man's at his angry self, right? So he's got all that anger and he wants to go out and kill Goblin, right? So and then he gets pretty much 2 Peters to get him to not calm down. It's just more like there's a reason for this. And then how they they start talking about Ben's death, Gwen's death, and all that kind of stuff, and how the reactions and how their versions of themselves have been throughout the years. But without them two, this movie is just average at best. And with the 3 of them, it takes it up to that other notch, being that multiverse saga, being a multiverse Spider-Man, and then and then you finally get answers from the other 2. So you do get answers of what's Peter Parker from Amazing Spider-Man doing, and from the original Sam Raimi, and you kind of like think, oh, what's going on, and then they have their conversations. That's part of actually the extended version, which when they have their talk between them about the webbing, that's extended. They actually talk much longer.
Really?
And it feels more, it feels more natural that they're talking about it, and how they're talking about like just being average guys talking about certain things. But yeah, it's stuff like that and it's how there's no Avengers in other universes. It was only in
yeah, and that's cool.
Tom
I like that
Holland's.
bit.
So they kind of hit the spot of what to do and what to say at that time. So it was good. I love it.
And they both had that suffering, right? And again, you nailed it before with, Tobey's Spider-Man killing his best friend's dad, killing Goblin the way it happened. Again, the reason Ben was shot was because he didn't stop fucking was it Randy Savage? I can't remember. He didn't
it wasn't Randy Savage.
It looked like Randy Savage. He didn't stop the guy because he just was like he was getting ripped off for money when he was first wrestling people, right? So, and again with Garfield's one, again the loss of Gwen as well, and again that's a big hit too because it's such a visual fucking death. Like the sound when her back breaks, like you hear that fucking echo. It's not like a little snap. Like you hear Gwen break. So again, and I think
real chemistry too in that movie.
Well, this is, and that's the thing too, because I guess, we're skipping again, but I guess that's the thing too with this one and Tom Holland and Zendaya. Obviously, they are married in real life now, and this movie brought them these movies brought them together, right? But there's that chemistry, right? Like there's a sincerity, and there's the way I think more Holland acts than her. Is just this bloke loves this chick. He is in love with this woman, like real life, in character, whatever. And very similar with Garfield and Emma Stone, right? And again, they were dating at this time as well. They met on this film and dated for ages as well. So again, you can spot that chemistry. And I think for at least Zendaya and Tom Holland in this one, it really shows the chemistry between them. Like it's probably the first time you actually feel that chemistry. And also you feel a lot of MJ especially just going, don't be a dickhead. Think it through and come and talk to us first before you just go and do shit, which is, the ultimate sacrifice again, because again, he does something that alters all their lives. But Gwen's death is fucking massive. Such a pain. And like you said, Andy, there's that chemistry between them. How did it hit for you, Gelfie? Like again, with the two Spider-Men and again, the stories, etc., and their life experiences now as older characters and older Peter Parkers being Spider-Man for ages. How do you think it hit for you, man? Did it hit still the same?
Yeah, I thought it was awesome, man. Like Rich, I didn't know that they were going to be in it at the same time, and I thought this is really cool. Like this is what elevates this past the other two movies, other Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. It's just such a bigger scale. So many, you've got so many different actors in this, and you're bringing back the original Spider-Man. And I think it really works. It was, and when I rewatched it, it still holds up. Yeah. So I think it's probably the coolest aspect of the movie.
It is, right?
And I like that it's the end, right? Like you said, Rich, earlier. It's after the most devastating thing happens to Tom Holland's Spider-Man. This Peter Parker is the death of May, and he's in pain. He's angry. And I like how they have both sides of a Peter Parker that suffered. So again, you've got Maguire's one where he's older, he's grown. Him and MJ, we assume they're married in their universe. And then you've got Andrew Garfield's one. And the line that I love in this one, especially, is he stopped pulling his punches. So he started he was wrecking people in his universe. Like he wasn't going gentle on people. He was just out for vengeance because of the pain, right? And I think they nailed that with this story, to actually see Tom Holland's character suffering and both of them give their perspectives. And especially for Garfield's one, I think obviously the save where he saves this version of MJ or the heroine in this film in Peter's life, in Tom Holland's Spider-Man MCU universe, like he actually did what he needed to, what he couldn't do before. He didn't web her. He made sure he grabbed her. So all the things he'd learned from that time where he had, let's be honest, he killed Gwen. he'd actually learned.
He choked.
Well, he did. He did what he thought he could, and it made things worse. And so this time, from that pain, but also that experience, he was able to save this MJ and also, you know, feel relieved, lightened. He'd succeeded where he was not in that pain that he was in before. Obviously, he's still hurt. You know, he'd lost the love of his life because he broke her back with a web. But in this one, at least he's been able to save someone who's important to another dimension's Peter. And it was really cool. And I think, like you guys said, it is the part that elevates this movie, right? And like most people, I thought it might happen. I thought it would be a cameo. And again, we're talking 5 years later. We're talking about a revisit, a rewatch of the movie where we know what happens. But again, you sit there and you get, I was really, really happy that it was not just a cameo, a quick appearance. Like they actually worked together. They went through conversation, like you said, when they're in the lab and they're figuring out everything. And this one, again, is that there's no, I think, Rich, you mentioned it before, it's not an Avengers spin-off, this one. It's a Spider-Man story. There's Spider-Man, Peter Parker being the nerdy scientist that he is, coming up with things to defeat, to change the villains that they're about to face. And it's all of them. It's not just one of them. And you can see all the different aspects of how their different characteristics from each of those movies come through, you know. You got Garfield still that smart ass. Like there's still that element of smart ass, even in his quips with Max and shit like that. Like, you know, it's very much that Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man, where the Tobey Maguire one's that more, I don't know, naive-ish sort of Sam Raimi comedy in regards to how his character was. And then you have the modern day Tom Holland and how he reacts and how they all work together. And that doesn't happen straight away. Like they're all so used to not being together, like not working as a team, and all things are going wrong, and then they decide to work together more and work as a team. And I think that's cool. And again, like you said, Rich, they mentioned you know, this Peter's been to space, and you know, he's been worked in the team. He's been with the Avengers, and then Garfield's like, "Is that a band? Are you in a band?" You know, it's like, what the fuck? Because in his universe, that would be it, right? He was a skater kid. Like that would be such an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man to be in a band, right? Like that suits his character in his universe completely. Yeah, man.
Question for you two.
Yes.
I already know your answer, Dave, and I know it's not Tom Holland, but who do you rate as out of the three the better Spider-Man?
You go first, Rich.
Shit, that's a tough one.
Can I give it from a nostalgia version, or do you want me to just go taking this movie into account?
Taking this movie into account.
Fuck. That's really hard.
Yeah, see, that's hard.
I think Tom Holland is awesome in this movie. I think he's a fantastic fucking Spider-Man in this film alone, not the other six. Not the other 6 MCU movies he's in. He annoys the shit out of me in most of them, but you know, the last two, so No Way Home and Far From Home.
But is that his fault really of a script?
I don't know, man. I don't know. He seems to be the same in everything. He was a shit Nathan Drake too. So fuck, I don't know.
Well,
maybe he should just stop making Sony movies. Be in something that's not Sony, man, and maybe that'll be awesome. Sorry, Rich, you go, man.
I'll give you an answer. Tom Holland is Spider-Man for a specific period of time, and he hasn't gone into his adult kind of stage yet. Well, the other two do. So you do see Andrews go for college, and you do see Tobey's go for college and then become actual Spider-Man, like properly. And that actually hasn't been done yet for Tom Holland. So I would say if you want to go also nostalgia-wise, you'd put Tobey up number one and then Tom at the last.
Even if that's wrong, right?
Yeah.
Like I agree with you. I so agree with you, but I'm like, is it? Or is it just because the Raimi ones were those first real fucking comic book movies that weren't fucking campy and shitly made and just cheesy? Like there's cheese, but it's also a
There's
Sam
a bit of camp.
Raimi. It's a Sam.
There's a bit of
There is,
camp.
but it's a Sam Raimi camp.
Yeah.
It's the man that made fucking Evil Dead.
Yeah.
It's him. Bruce fucking Campbell's in it. Like there's those bits of Sam Raimi-isms that make it still cool, but there's these little things that Sam Raimi can't help himself do. Like, you know, like I think that's where they differ, because he was such a specific type of filmmaker. And you see that in fucking Doctor Strange as well. It's Doctor Strange is such a Sam Raimi movie.
Yeah.
Like it is such a Raimi movie with just those cheesy bits and pieces, which
a bit of horror.
But Cumberbatch does it fucking good. Like he plays into that ham perfectly. He's great in that. But it's like, yeah, but again, for me, it's like they're the first ones, along with the original X-Men movies, where you just sit there and go, wow, you can make really good comic book movies that have a story and aren't silly. That normal people go and say, oh, that was a really good film. Like, take it for, oh, yeah, he's a fucking dude in a suit swinging around in lycra and shit. Or spandex, depending on what you're watching. But again, you can sit there and go, that's really well made. And again, I agree with Rich. I think from all facts, including nostalgia, it is Tobey Maguire. I think Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker is better. I don't think his Spider-Man's as good, but I think his Peter Parker is more fucking funny. But again, it's a different version, right? Andrew Garfield is a good-looking bloke, and he's a smartass. He's not the nerdy fucking everyone doesn't see me sort of Peter Parker man. He's a loner. It's a very different Spider-Man. He's just I'm a loner. I'm just the cool kid by myself. I don't give a shit. Like loner type of experience, where Tobey Maguire's was very much the nerdy fucking everyone hates me Flash. Flash has broken my camera sort of shit, and you're like, okay, it's a very old school one. But Holland was good in this one. Don't get me wrong. I think out of all of them, Holland did really good in this one out of his Spider-Man movies. So, but again, I can't rate it. I agree with Rich.
How about you, Andy?
What about you, man? Yeah. What about you?
I got Holland, Garfield, and Maguire as 1, 2, 3.
Got the opposite.
No, but I'm so not surprised with that answer for you. Like I'm not there, but it makes sense though. Like again, because we know you so well. I know that. I could tell that for sure.
But there's another point to this also is, do you remember how much Amazing Spider-Man got crapped on when it first came out?
Yes.
I don't. I fucking loved it.
I actually loved it too. But
Dennis Cleary's
reckon...
a fucking cop? The asshole man?
Old man. But would look to, like, I loved it at that time. Do you reckon now that this movie was released, how many years ago?
5.
I lost 5, 4.
Yeah. 4-ish.
See,
4.
I reckon now if people watched this and went back to Amazing Spider-Man universe, I reckon it would hold up much more. I reckon people will like it more.
Yeah, I feel like watching it right now.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. I'd like to rewatch those ones because I have, like you said, they're the ones that cop the most. I haven't, and to be honest, I haven't watched the Tobey Maguire ones in years either. So again, they're just from memory, not from
I'd rather
nostalgic part of my brain.
But
I want to see them again. But Jamie Foxx pissed me off in those ones though. In Garfield's one, he was a shit villain. He was Jamie Foxx. I'm a superstar. I've just done Ray, won an Academy Award. I'm the shit. Give me Willie Beeman, man. Give me Willie Beeman. I like Steamer Willie Beeman. I'd rather have that Jamie Foxx. But he's like Will Smith. He was Will Smith in that fucking movie. It was just like too much.
I think so our rankings is probably going to be later, but I still rank Spider-Man 2 as the best out of all of them, and that still holds up to today for me. So even if I watched the Andrews, I watched Tom Holland's, they still good, but nothing beats that for me. It doesn't. That's
a dark night of Spider-Man movies.
And the fact that you can watch 8 Spider-Man movies and enjoy it too, right? Like you still enjoy them.
Exactly. Still enjoy it.
And we're talking 30 years worth of movies.
Yeah. So what's that? Number 2's from 2003, 4?
Yeah, it must have been. X-Men was 2. Nah, it was around then because it would have been what? 99, 2000 for Spider-Man 1?
Oh, fuck. Spider-Man 1 was... No,
2001. 2002.
Was that older? Was it?
Spider-Man 1 is 2002 because of 2001, 9/11.
Yeah.
They had to change it.
Yeah. Because the
Remember the trailer?
Forgot about that.
The trailer.
The towers.
Yeah.
It's webbed up shit in towers. That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yep.
So let's see. Spider-Man 2. I'll just quickly look. Was in 2004. So it's 22 years old and it still holds up. Again, exactly like as Andy said, it's the Dark Knight of Spider-Man movies for me. And it is. It's nothing will come close to it, to be honest. Doc Ock is the perfect villain for that movie, and the whole revelation of
that too.
MJ. We're finding out who Peter is, and all that kind of stuff. And his progression throughout from number 1, number 2 is just great. Where was I leading to this?
I don't know, man, but it was a great thought.
Where I was leading to this? Oh yeah, the rankings, and so. If I put Garfield second, it's because he had finished this. This to me makes Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man complete, and he actually like you get to find out what's actually happened to him, and then from this he'll go back and be a different Spider-Man, especially like the way that Spider-Verse does it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Peter B. Parker? Yeah, Peter B. That does the whole doesn't want kids or anything like that. But at the end of Spider-Verse and then into the next one, you find out he's changed and stuff like that. Yeah. So I find that now with this movie, you can go revisit those earlier movies and it has a different sense to it, a different purpose of those movies. Yeah. And it does feel a little bit different when I did watch this and then went back and watched the rest of them.
And that's a credit to the movie, this movie.
Exactly.
Yeah. That was an awesome question. I got one. It's such a me question. Did you like and again, we're going to take it with a grain of salt as well, that this is the introduction of Matt Murdock into the MCU. Did you like Murdock's scene in it? Did you like the fact that Daredevil was in this movie as well? I had forgotten until just then that fucking Daredevil is in this movie without being
he's in it.
The devil, Did you enjoy that introduction? Did you, as people that were fans of the original Netflix series, did you enjoy the fact that Murdock was coming into you, or did it give you trepidation around, they're going to Disneyfy him? They're going to make it not as brutal as let's go with the original 2 seasons of Daredevil. Let's go with the original 2 because they're the best. Do you reckon, were you surprised? Were you shocked? Were you happy? Were you excited to see a version of Matt Murdock? Did you think it would go anywhere? Andy, did you think this would turn into 2 additional seasons of fucking Daredevil Born Again in the MCU?
I'm not that invested in
and this is why I asked you first.
I wouldn't give a shit if it was in it or not. To me, it was a fun cameo. That's all I took away from it.
Yep.
Rich? Actually, there was two scenes with him. Actually, in the extended version, they show him again. So the whole scene we know how the scene when Happy's camera, his ring camera, shows all the characters come in.
Yep.
So in the extended version of it, he's actually with Matt Murdock with the DOD, trying to, how he's gonna, that part. He goes, "You need a lawyer," and stuff like that. Yeah. So he's freaking out because he can see all these characters on his phone walking into his house. The camera. So and Matt Murdock's like, "Leave that alone, concentrate," and all that kind of stuff. So it's a pretty good scene. And I don't know why they cut it. Like there's so many good little scenes like that were in extended.
Yeah, that one looked cool because it makes sort of sense too why Happy knew.
Yeah,
I mean, you take the line as for what it is, but you also could see there and go, "Oh, he knows because the fucking ring camera in his apartment showed fucking all these people walking with Peter." Okay,
but
sorry, go Rich.
No, I was going to say, but it was a good surprise to see Matt Murdock especially in a New York MCU movie.
Yeah,
because he is from Hell's Kitchen, so it's good to see that, and it continues on that comic interaction. So I can't wait to see what Punisher does.
Yeah, and that's it, right? And that again goes into Brand New Day with what Punisher and what Frank's going to be doing in this and how it works. And one weird one, and again, is again because we look at things while we're preparing for these podcasts every week. I found it fucking hilarious. I did not remember this at all because I will admit Affleck's Daredevil is not my favorite Daredevil, but Jon Favreau is fucking Foggy in his Daredevil in the Affleck movie. So it's like that was hilarious. I was just like, oh, fuck. I do not remember Jon Favreau being in the original Daredevil movie with Affleck. I was like, fuck, that's so funny.
Yeah.
And the man that also directed Iron Man. the man that started the MCU. Did Swingers. Nice. What else? What were the other ones we were going to talk about? What did we say before? I know.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Doctor
The whole mirror the whole mirror dimension.
Can I ask you guys a question first? So when this takes place in the MCU timeline, right? So this is after What If? This is after Strange. Okay. So, then I can't ask you because you won't know. Rich, do you think this is the actual a variant of Strange and not the Strange that we knew from the original movie? Do you think this is the variant that actually has gone and trapped Ultron and Killmonger in a pocket dimension? And he's like, the fuck did you just say? What?
I don't know what that is.
I don't think it is, because he does explain that he was trapped in the Grand Canyon for 12 hours. And that's one of the lines that sticks out, right?
So someone like me that's not following the whole Marvel timeline religiously.
Yeah.
He would just be Doctor Strange to me. He's not Doctor Strange.
So what happens? So what if? What if have a version of Strange where he constantly changes time to save his girlfriend? What it does is it also changes Strange in regards to how he meets the Sorcerer Supreme, the Ancient One, how he becomes the Sorcerer Supreme, how he turns into fucking a demon variant of himself and loses himself in the black magic. And
that's cool.
But that all happens before this iteration of Spider-Man. And what a lot of people were saying when they were looking at the trailer is Strange does random shit in the trailer that's not in the movie, where it very much ties into the variant version from What If and not the Doctor Strange that we met in the original Doctor Strange. And people are saying the reason everything breaks and the universes start to have incursions and all these other variants come in is because this is an evil Strange. It's not the Doctor Strange that's good. It's actually an evil-ish version of Strange. And this is why things happen. A lot of it was him creating the incursions. It wasn't really Peter. It was him, but it just made it look like Peter was the reason.
Didn't get that vibe.
I give you this though. But don't we see the evil version of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness?
In the Multiverse of Madness, yeah.
So that's why that theory, I don't know.
Which one came out? That came out after, right?
That came after because, like Rich said, that the post-credit in this one is the trailer for Multiverse of Madness, which I had forgotten, and it was fucking classics. I was sitting there watching going, fuck, this is awesome.
I could rewatch it. I gotta watch that.
I gotta watch that movie. I want to see Wanda crack it.
I don't think he doesn't come across as evil. It's Peter fucking it up.
But is it because Strange is a fucking arrogant fuck? Like he is, he's a cocky fucker. Even when he loses being Sorcerer Supreme on a technicality because he was blipped. Like even that with Wong, he's sitting there, he's going, "Oh, you only Sorcerer Supreme because I disappeared for 5 years," and he's always been arrogant in these ones, and that's how the MCU portray him anyway. Like he's always that smartass. Even when he meets Tony and they have that conversation on Titan and shit like that, like there's all these things where you know, he's just a really cocky person, and he was like that before the accident, before his hand, before he goes and goes comatage and learns the mystical arts. So,
even the whole line "Scooby Doo this shit." It's a perfect example.
Yeah. Please,
So,
please, Scooby Doo this shit.
I don't. Yeah, it never occurred to me that he was evil in this.
Okay, no, it's just a question. What do you guys think of Doctor Strange being in this movie? Do you think it? Obviously, it's the through line for this whole movie of how everything happens. Do you think it was necessary? Like again, obviously to bring everyone in, but do you think they could have done a different story without Strange, or do you think it makes sense in this portrayal?
It makes sense because he wants everyone to forget who he is. So the only person that can do that is Doctor Strange, right?
Or Wong. Wong won't do it.
Yeah, or Wong, but
like Wanda.
But he doesn't know who she is.
Yeah, she's fucked up now.
He worked with Doctor Strange. You know.
Yeah, that's why he goes to him.
Yeah. So yeah, it makes perfect sense, and he's desperate, so he's asked for a favor, and
it's good, and it is good that he's not in a lot of the movie.
And again, it's because
they have a pretty cool battle.
Oh yeah, in the mirror universe, yeah, that's fucking awesome. And again, it is because again, I guess it works because Strange is the only one that would do it just to prove he could. Like again, the arrogance and the cockiness of him is going, yeah, all right, I'll make the universe forget who you are. Yeah, no worries, man. It's just a little spell. I've done it before. What was it? The moon party at Comatage? Wong doesn't remember, or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah, he doesn't remember. Exactly. Again, I think Strange is good in this. I think across the MCU in general, I think Doctor Strange is a good character. I do want to revisit Multiverse of Madness because I think I've seen that once, maybe twice.
It's good. Still good.
No, I don't remember. I remember bits, but I don't remember all of it.
I still rate it.
Cool to revisit that, but yeah, no, I think that tie-in, especially with him and being able to do the break in regards to Peter constantly fucking up the spell, is such a Peter Parker thing to do as well. And the fact that he gets shitty, and again, another thing that I saw in the research that obviously it's a hindsight sort of thing is when he's pulling out, you know, MJ from the spell, when he does Ned, and again it ties into him being some sort of sorcerer or having some sort of magical element around him. Most of them he's just pulling out. So he pulls out May, he pulls out MJ, but when he pulls out Ned, he actually stares at it before he puts it. So it's like he sees something in Ned's element, whatever he pulls out of the spell. And I was just like, oh fuck, that's really cool. Like again, it gives you a little bit of a bite that Ned could have some sort of sorcerer power because there's just this pause that he does where he looks at it and he just notices something different about Ned as he pulls Ned out and goes, what's a Ned? And then stares at it. It's like, it could be magic.
I have forgotten one. I've forgotten one thing.
Yeah.
How good is J.J. Jameson?
Well, it's because again, it's the original. This movie just fucks you with nostalgia. It's constant. Everything good about this movie is the thing from Raimi movies. Oh, and maybe a couple of things from the Garfield movies. Yeah, they're quite pretty good. But yeah, JJ.
No one should be JJ other than him. To be honest, they can't recast.
But he's a good Gordon too. I don't care what anyone says. He's awesome in Justice League. For that whole 4 seconds he's in it.
He's not.
And he got fucking cut for that one. He got shredded for that movie too.
I know. He was a tank.
He was built like fucking Affleck in that movie, and you never see it because he's on the roof for 4 seconds.
That's a weird Gordon. Weird Gordon.
Well, because it's JJ Jameson.
He's not good.
Come on. I gotta say that for a different one. Who's Gordon? Who's your Gordon, Andy? Completely different.
Gary Oldman is
maybe. I'll wait until Batman 2. I'll wait until Batman 2 and then I'll figure out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Timmy Gordon.
Yeah, well, Oldman did a lot of Gordons. He did 3 Gordons. I just gotta wait for Jeffrey Wright to see if he can pull off a good Gordon in the sequel, but we'll wait. Because we're talking about the MCU.
He's a better Gordon than J.K. Simmons was.
Oh man, it's Justice League. You got to give it. It's 4 hours in black and white. No, we're not talking about Spider Noir. All right. Anything else you want to talk about in regards to Doctor Strange?
I think we covered everything.
Yeah, no, I think he's good in it, and he obviously serves the story, and he's a good character. He's a good character. Is he in Doomsday?
No. Supposedly no.
Yeah, supposedly no.
Supposedly no, but he's in Secret Wars. Supposedly.
But supposedly there's like little leaks.
There's heaps of fucking people not in fucking Doomsday, supposedly.
Yeah, there's like 100 people in the movie. But not him. See, this is what I don't like about the latest MCU is these obscure characters that get pushed up that I don't care about. I do not give a flying fuck about.
Hey, all we want is Doomsday is X-Men. That's all I want.
What's the MCU Aquaman? Nimard? I don't know, whatever the fuck his name is.
Namor is something like that.
Yeah.
Namor. Depends on what I'm saying. Depends what you watch.
All we need is X-Men.
That's it.
Okay. Let's tie the bow. Let's get to the end of this one. Because that really leads into a couple of things we can talk about from San Diego Comic-Con, which would be cool, which we haven't got to. Anything else you want to talk about in regards to this movie? The thing I wanted to touch on is obviously the end, where Peter lets the rage out and almost takes out Goblin and is stopped by the original Peter Parker. How did you guys like the ending? Like, did you find the ending made sense? I'll start. I did. I think this movie was so well done to the end where they fight together, they cure everyone, and then there's that fight with Goblin and our Spider-Man, our modern Spider-Man. And again, Holland did good in this one. You know, you could see the fucking anger and the hate that he was really portraying. Like even the punches, you could see like it was probably one of the better fight scenes in a Spider-Man movie. Because it was brutal. He was brutal at the end. And obviously, Tobey Maguire stops him from stabbing him with the glider, which is, again, awesome because that's how he died in the original. But by his own means, not by Spider-Man thrusting it through his chest. But again, I think this one really tied in the end of this movie where you see the reasoning behind where we get to the end where he asked Stephen to make everyone forget, right? Like, he really realizes in this point in time that he is the reason for the pain, the reason they're not going to college, the reason they haven't been admitted to MIT, the reason that May's dead is him. And I think they really put a really nice bow on this one to just go, Peter fucked up, and he realizes for the first time, he accepts the fact that he really did fuck this up. And so when Strange makes everything disappear and everyone forget, I love that end part where, you know, MJ still got the Dahlia necklace. Yep. Ned's like, you know, come and find us. And as it ends and he swings away, and obviously we look at the timing because they don't see his face. He just seems swing away as the spell completes. I love the fact that when he goes into the cafe, you know, he doesn't say shit to her. He doesn't say shit to Ned. He just sort of goes, oh, they're in a better place. I'll accept it. Do you reckon it was a good ending for this movie? Do you think it suited this type of feel of the movie? Because we've gone through some shit. This is probably the more emotional out of them all, where everything is really not dark, but it's more of it's a sad Spider-Man story because everything goes wrong in this movie for him.
Yeah. It's probably the darkest one, isn't it?
Yeah, I reckon.
Out of the Holland ones. Yeah, no, I think
Homecoming was dark, but that's because it was shit. It It wasn't. It was just a shit movie. But anyway, that's just my feelings.
No, I think
I'm sorry.
It ended really well. And I've always been curious to see what would happen. And we finally get to find out.
3 days, man. 3 days.
Yeah.
We'll get to see what fucking happens.
And
hopefully it's good.
Yeah. I'm with you. I hope they do the story justice and it flows pretty well, with the trailer, there's a lot going on, so I don't know how it's going to tie in, but I think this franchise is in good hands. So, I thought the ending was really good. He lost everything, man. So we'll see what he gets back, if he gets back anything.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows? Rich, how about you, man? How do you feel? How did you find the ending?
Yeah.
Did it do what it needed to do for you after watching this movie?
Yeah, it did everything, right? So it's his goodbye to everyone, pretty much. He realizes that he needs to give up everyone so everything can be back to normal. He goes back to the cafe, noticed that that MJ's got a band-aid, and goes, "I can't."
Scar. Yeah.
It's got the scar that if she's with me, she's going to get hurt. It's like every other Spider-Man movie, right? That's why he never gets close to MJ, never gets in a serious relationship.
And he killed Gwen. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, that one.
Question: How much time has passed from the end when he wins the battle against Goblin, and then Strange does the spell? I think because it's a total season.
It's about So they say it's about 6 months from what I read. So it's been a while. So that Spider-Man's still out there and all that kind of stuff, but it gives you the question: so why did he take so long to go visit him? That kind of sense. But
it would have made no difference. But yeah, I guess just out of curiosity.
Now that I'm thinking about it, it's not that long when they goes to the coffee, because they find out they're going to MIT, right? So they haven't started college yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
The final scene takes a lot longer because then it's in Christmas.
Yeah.
So the final scene.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the final scene,
I think it did say something, didn't it?
Yeah. So basically, the final scene sets you up for how the comics were, right? He had a bright blue, bright red suit. It's handmade. He's listened to police scanners and lives in a small apartment, which he does in every single. Well, does he do it in Amazing Spider-Man? Can't remember. But he does it in most stories. Most of the stories, he lives in a small apartment, and then he's listening to police scanners, just like the game. The game is the exact same. He's listening to police scanners, has his own mobile app and stuff like that, and he swings away and does his Spidey things. But that ending's great. Like it sets you up, as I say, the end of the origin story, or as they say, the end of the Home Trilogy.
Yeah.
And now see how when the new movies, it's nothing to do with home. There's no home within the title. It's Brand New Day.
Brand new fucking day. Jon Watts is done.
Yeah.
Doing fucking X-Men.
So it'll be interesting to see where they go from here. Like, I do hope they stick to comic accuracy, so to speak, because he does, in comics, he does interact with Punisher. He does interact with the Hulk. He interacts with a whole bunch of, Avenger level characters and stuff like that. So yeah, I love this ending. It's one of the probably the best endings out of the whole Holland versions. So I do like it.
Nice. And like you said, this one's really leading into Brand New Day, which leads into fucking Doomsday, right? So it is a really big story to put in just before the next Avengers movie, which is a lot to do. And it is Spider-Man. So I mentioned this at the beginning. We were talking about it, the Odyssey for work, right? Like some of the guys were going to see it. And then one of the other guys was like, oh man, I'm trying to get tickets for Spider-Man. And I fucking just laughed. I'm like, same here, man. It's shit. It's really hard. He goes, yeah, I can't believe it's that busy. But again, we're having a conversation at work about someone else trying to get tickets for Spider-Man this weekend. And I was just like, oh, that's hilarious. Like, this is how broad Spider-Man is compared to. If I mentioned Doomsday to anyone at work, I probably would have got we're a bunch of IT nerds, so probably people would have smiled and said something. But the Spider-Man one was just such a normal conversation. Oh yeah, I'm trying to get tickets for Spider-Man. And it's like, this movie is going to do well no matter what. But I hope it does what it needs to do, because there's so many things. Because again, I'm not going to say common illiterate, because that sounds really mean and rude, but obviously for the next Avengers movie after Doomsday, Secret Wars is very well. No, and that's what I mean, because it's not. I didn't mean to be nasty with it. It's just like Secret Wars is really a Peter Parker story. Well, most of this coming up is a Peter Parker story. Different premise around it, because it's more around mutant registration and superheroes giving up their identities, but the fact that this movie has Doomsday and then Secret Wars, which is a very much a Spider-Man centric movie, it'd be very interesting to see how they do with the MCU twist. I don't know how it's going to work. Obviously, we don't know anything about Secret Wars yet, but yeah, man, like, it's got a lot of weight on it. Brand New Day's got a lot to carry, and might as well talk about it, because again, we're at the end of No Way Home, and again, obviously, we all enjoyed it. It's up there as probably the favorite of the MCU trilogies. Am I right in saying that for these three movies at least?
Yeah,
it's the top.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. And again, I assume it's. Sorry, Rich. Go.
What's our rating?
Oh, stars? Shit, I haven't actually done it. What do you guys? Rich? What did you give it? 5? Fuck.
I gave it 5.
That's pretty fucking up there. Andy, what did you do?
Give me a sec. I gotta find it because I watched it a while ago.
I'll give it. Me, this is a 4. I really enjoyed it. This is one. This is my favorite Tom Holland one.
Yeah, I gave it a 4. I gave it a 4.
Okay, so that's up there for us. That's pretty high considering. So yeah, this is obviously the favorite of the current Spider-Man trilogy, which will change at the end of this week. There'll be another one. Hopefully, that one is just as good. But. Let's have a quick chat around. Obviously, we've mentioned bits and pieces for Doomsday, etc. Let's talk about the little bits of information we got from San Diego Comic-Con this weekend. Again, I find this really weird, and I think it's been years since I've done this, but I was messaging you guys. I was at my father-in-law's over the weekend with the fam, and for the first time in fucking ages, I was watching people reacting to the information coming out of Comic-Con, which I haven't done in years, especially for the MCU. In the past, I had done that pretty religiously, where I was just watching people's reactions to information, trailer, little teasers that people had seen. And this is the first time I've done it in years. And it was like, I really enjoyed getting the info over the weekend, where I was sitting there, not real time, because obviously it's still a couple of hours out. I was watching someone else's live stream about getting reactions to information coming over Twitter from people inside Hall H. That's a lot of information. Fourth hand via the internet a couple of hours later on YouTube. And it was good. But again, a couple of really good pieces of information that we got is obviously they had Bernthal come on stage and gave Feige some shit. And there was a special trailer that was released for Spider-Man Brand New Day in there, because Bernthal was pretty much giving Feige shit about they're not talking about Spider-Man, which comes out, and they're talking about the future, and that they hadn't said anything about Spider-Man. So obviously it was planned, but they had a special trailer for the audience at Comic-Con. We got that it is official that Ryan Gosling, the fucking legend himself, is Ghost Rider. And again, when I heard that, I laughed. I was like, fuck, your missus was in the shit version of that with Nick Cage.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Full circle, man. Yeah. It's like, wow. And again, Disney must love fucking Ryan Gosling at the moment. They love him. Starfighter next year, then they've got, was Ghost Rider 28, wasn't it?
2028.
So
but
they're talking about 2028, but it could change.
Yeah. Did you hear the quick tidbit that Feige had seen Starfighter?
Yeah, he said it was awesome. But he's not going to say it's shit.
But
James Gunn saw The Flash and said it was the fucking best comic book movie ever made, and we all know he's full of shit.
But we do know Feige's a big Star Wars nerd.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So for him to say that,
yeah, And that's
So it'll be
also
interesting.
encouraging for all of us, especially after Mandalorian Grogu, which I still haven't seen. Still haven't. I call myself a Star Wars fan and still have not seen that. I'll wait a couple of weeks. Digital's this week, I think.
No, digital's
see
out.
what happens.
Yeah,
Is
you
it?
have to wait for. Yeah, Disney Plus.
It's
I
not
think
on
it's
Disney
never
Plus.
Disney
Yeah, I
Plus,
gotta
no.
fucking rent it. I don't know if I want to pay $24 for Mandalorian Grogu. I probably will. We all know I'll probably do it, but yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so we've got Ryan Gosling being being Ghost Rider, which I think is going to be awesome. Don't know what story it'll be, and obviously it is also technically after Secret Wars as well. So it'll be after Doomsday, and it'll be after Secret Wars. So again, it'll be very interesting. So hopefully that is awesome. Again, brilliant actor. So again, Ryan Gosling is like Tom Holland at the moment, just in fucking everything, and they've been doing pretty good. So hopefully, that's also another win, another notch on the belt for the MCU. And Wakanda, Black Panther 3, that's interesting. Don't know how that's going to work. I was very confused when they said it was T'Challa's son. I was like, guys,
they
like
did
30.
say they're going into the future. They're going years ahead.
They have
they
to.
did mention it.
The man's like 25 years old.
Yeah.
So as an actor, he's probably 47.
I don't think he was a good choice. I think they should have gone with what's his name? Franklin Saint from Snowfall. Idris. No, Idris. What is it? What's his name?
Oh, from F1.
No idea.
From F1, yeah.
Yeah. Can't remember his name. Sorry, dude.
Demetrius. Damon?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
He was good. He was good in that.
Man,
he was good in F1.
He's awesome in Snowfall.
But I haven't seen The Long Walk either. It's supposed to be The Long Walk's awesome, and this guy's in that.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's shit.
Nah?
It's fucking shit. Yeah. Don't even.
Is this like a Prometheus shit where 10 years later it's the greatest movie ever made? Or
people walking and it's just deep fucking metaphor for something.
And people dying.
Fuck off. It's just shit.
Was he any good in it, though? Was he any good in it? No.
I think he's fine, but Damson Idris is fucking awesome. He's much better. He would have been an awesome Black Panther.
We just have to trust Coogler, man. We just have to put faith in Coogler and go that he made the choice he made. And again, that's interesting as well, because again, it's such a weird storyline to be the son of T'Challa. So again, if he's in his teen 20s, that's like 20 years in the future from where the MCU would be, about 2028 or whatever the MCU timeline date is. So that'd be really, that's why I was kind of confused. I was like, well, he's the son of T'Challa, but he's a man. How's that fucking work? The last time I saw him, he was a fucking child. So, okay. But yeah, I mean, again, I am excited again for the slate. Not as much as you had expected, but then did you also hear the quote, Rich, in anywhere? Feige's planned the MCU until 2042. Like he's
something
done a rough
crazy
outline, a rough outline until 2042 in regards to MCU storylines and things that the projects they want to do. I was just like, fuck, dude. Okay, the biggest disappointment, obviously, from
an X-Men fucking movie.
Well, and that's it, right? There was nothing mentioned at all in any shape or form in regards to X-Men. Obviously, still no reveal of who Sadie Sink is in Brand New Day. Obviously, the assumptions we've heard is it's Jean Grey, and everyone's on that train about it, even though we've talked about a couple of our theories, well, my theories, not our theories. I won't blame you guys for that theory that she could be MJ, but yeah, like there's nothing in regards to mutants at all. And the only thing is that we know they're in Doomsday. It is the originals. So again, we're talking about, McKellar, we're talking about, Patrick Stewart, we're talking about Marston, we're talking about the originals. Again, there's nothing in regards to Wolverine in there. I think we can confirm that Deadpool's not in it because Ryan Reynolds made that.
I reckon that's a twist.
You reckon it's a misdirect? You reckon it's Ryan Reynolds actually in it? He's just being a funny fucker?
Yeah, I reckon he is.
Who knows? You can't trust Ryan Reynolds anyway. You really could be in it, but there's been no mention of anything in regards to mutants. So again, I think we need to assume, hopefully, there's something in Brand New Day. And obviously, we know where we stand with at least the appearance of the original X-Men mutants in Doomsday. So hopefully 6 months. We haven't got long.
Well, didn't they they showed a clip of season 3 of the actual animated show, which is, I thought, a strange thing. Like, we're only halfway through the second season and they're already showing.
Not really. There's only There's only 3 or 4 episodes left.
3 or 4 episodes, yeah.
What are we up to?
4.
6 now? 6, yeah. 4 left.
6. Yeah.
Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah, there's not many left. Or
looks good though.
It's beginning of September, right?
It's a Brotherhood. That was a clip of a Brotherhood. So interesting to see where they go through.
Oh, so season 3 is going to come out this year.
Next year.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think they're sticking to yearly releases now.
Doesn't mean there's no X-Force in the middle, Andy. There could be an X-Force in the middle, man. They've teased it. We're going to just have a season of Cable.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
I would watch that. I'd watch it. I would love that. Anything else? Did we miss anything from the Marvel panel?
So Blade's dead and buried, isn't it?
Blade's dead and buried. He's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. If they do Midnight Suns, it will not be Mahershala Ali. He may make an appearance, but they're not going to do it. Okay. They might as well just bring Wesley back if they're going to have a 50-year-old man do it. Just let Wesley do it. make the audience happy and bring back Wes. So really not light on information, but not heaps. And again, not what everyone wanted to hear. Everyone really wanted to hear anything in regards to X-Men, which we didn't. But in December we will find out what happens, because obviously Doomsday, the mutants are there in some shape or form. We don't know where they're from. We don't know which actual timeline or which dimension they are from. So who knows? But kind of disappointed with that. Thought they would give some sort of teaser, or at least a date or something. But hey, who cares? They're on the right track at the moment in regards to that. Obviously, with season 2 of 97, it's still fucking awesome. And we will save our conversation on that. We'll do that at the end of season 2. We'll have a sort of recap and a catch up, and we'll do a podcast for that particular this season of X-Men. So looking forward to that, because I watched the other 2. Watched 5 and 6 last night. I hadn't been able to see them. Yeah, it's fucking good. I love this show. It's fucking amazing. Couple other things at San Diego Comic-Con, which I haven't talked to you about, but I found fucking hilarious. I watched the Spaceballs 2 panel.
With the whole universe?
It was the 7,000 movies that they're going to do with the new Spaceballs universe. I am disappointed. I didn't realize until I watched the panel, it really isn't Mel Brooks. It's Josh Gad and a couple other writers. And I'm just like, fuck, I don't know how I feel about it. I was super excited until I saw that he was just more of a consultant on the film. So but he can still write. He can talk into a dictation device. We're in the modern era. He could talk to ChatGPT and it could create a whole script for Spaceballs, the next one. But I enjoyed the fact that Rick Moranis is back in it. So out of retirement, come back as Dark Helmet. That's awesome. Bill Pullman's son's in it. What's his name? I can't remember his fucking son's name. He's in everything. No, I don't think it was Jesus Pullman. I think it's I can't remember. I've gone blank.
I've gone blank too.
I can't remember. But Bill Pullman's son, the original Lone Star's son, is also in it. So let's just take a wild stab that he is Princess Vesper and Lone Star's son, because that would just make complete sense. But the Pullman men are in it. So again, that'd be pretty cool to see father and son in the movie. So I'm looking forward to Lewis Pullman. Yeah, there you go. Bob. Fuck, I always freak out when he's Bob. That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, makes no sense.
Just fuck me. Century and Bob. Come on, man. That's
different.
Ridiculous.
But talking about Comic-Con, did you see some of those trailers that came out? I missed one.
I watched nothing. I did not watch anything because I wasn't sure what we were going to do. So I watched absolutely jack shit. What did you watch, Rich?
So Clayface came out, as you guys are aware. I haven't watched that one. Lantern's new trailer came out, which was pretty good. You should watch that one, Dave. Pretty good. Andy, I don't know if you picked up on Blade Runner 2099.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
No,
TV
wasn't
show.
that excited.
TV show. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they'll handle it, but it looks okay.
Oh, look, it's part of my Amazon subscription, so I'll watch it, I guess.
Yeah. What's the other one? Neuromancer. Did you hear about that?
That looks cool. Yeah, that looks cool.
That looks like a cyberpunk.
I'm more excited about that than the
Hmm.
Blade Runner one.
Same.
You're the biggest cyberpunk Spider-Man fan I've ever met in my life. You love that shit.
And
Okay.
I think the last one I liked was Carrie, the TV show.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Yeah, the one based on the Stephen King novel. So
Yeah,
they
that's
made
what
it
scared me.
TV.
But
it's
TV
made-
shows or?
Yeah, it's actually
Is that on Amazon?
it's going to be on Amazon. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, Amazon's been okay, other than
Let's just save that conversation. We're almost there. We're almost at that point of the show. I got lots to say about that one.
well, it's been done by Mike Flanagan, so it should be good.
That
Oh,
should
that'd
be
be
good.
all right.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, that'd be good.
fingers crossed.
Yeah, no. Awesome.
There's a whole bunch of other stuff, but yeah, that's a long list.
No, nice. Well, yeah, San Diego Comic-Con it's still obviously still got panels and bits and pieces that are still happening on the show floor there, which is turning into chaos from what I hear. But again, boys, we're at our favorite part of the show where we get to talk about what we've been watching. And if you haven't guessed by now, and we're going to start with it, talking about Amazon and how they've fucked things up. Master of the Universe was shit. That was terrible. I'm sorry. I'm so glad that none of you listened to me. And I was,
we went to
an
watch it.
advocate to go and watch that at the movies because I would be very upset if we'd spent money on going to see that. I'm going to start with that one because what I've been watching this week is some really disappointing shit. Master of the Universe. I don't know what happened. It had some good bits, but most of it was fucking terrible. I don't know.
Your
I don't know what
cheesiness
happened.
factor went to 1,000%.
Man, we need to stop giving Jared Leto roles in masterpiece movies that would be amazing because fuck me, man. It's just like his Skeletor was too cheesy, and that's my problem with the whole movie, right? Earth could have been heaps shorter. They just should have been flashbacks. If they had just left Earth, just gone, yeah, he went to Earth. Oh, Taylor came and got him. Sweet. We didn't need to see all that shit because I think it sort of ruined at least my perspective on Adam. But then just, yeah, the effects look cool. I thought the effects were awesome. I think Eternia looked mad. But yeah, that was it. It was terrible. My only saving grace in that movie was, and again, this is spoilers. So if you've seen Master of the Universe, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, don't. It's free on Prime, so watch it. If you got Amazon Prime, please watch it because then you can sit there and agree with us. My favorite part was when they broke down the cell and it was Princess of the Universe by Queen.
Yeah.
And
Queen.
it paid off the joke in the cop car at the beginning on Earth when they called him Highlander. I was like, fuck yeah, that's the only part that was good. Everything else, I was really upset. I was trying to convince myself that it was okay, but yeah, man, the more I thought about it, I just got more and more disappointed. It could have been so good. Like it looked amazing.
It looked good.
I think the
It
people
Yeah,
were
it looked good. Actually, looked good.
the people in it were quite good. It's just they didn't play. They played up to the 80s-ness of it all, which didn't work. They could have remade that movie into something fucking spectacular, and they just didn't. I like Dolph Lundgren. Sorry, again, the other cameo. Dolph Lundgren was in there.
Good.
You know, whatever the fucking journey line is, like he said that, and he was in the gym, and that was also awesome. And yeah, that was it. That movie's terrible. Don't watch it. Or no, watch it because it's free, but don't ever pay for it. Just watch it once and understand. Second one for me this week that I was less disappointed than I was in Masters of the Universe, but it was still not amazing, was Mortal Kombat 2. Rich, yes, that was not good. It wasn't great either. I was so disappointed. I watched Masters of the Universe. I got upset because I was like, oh, fuck, they wrecked it.
No.
And then the next day I put on Mortal Kombat because I was like, I knew it wasn't amazing, but it was just as bad, almost as bad as Masters of the Universe.
It could have been so much better.
They could have done so much. Carl Urban, you're awesome. You are fantastic as Billy the Butcher, man. Fuck no. It's too old to play Johnny Cage. Like, I liked him because I found him funny in it, and I found him so fake that it made me laugh. But it's just like, that was just such a miscast.
Big time.
Which could have been good if they were making Johnny Cage fucking 1,000 years old and he had a history and he wasn't the savior of the universe. That would have been awesome. But I was just like, oh man. Unfortunately, I'm so happy I did not make us go and watch these at the movies, because again, I would have just had to sit there and deal with a lot of hate. Well, people being upset. We would have all been upset and going, oh, fuck, that was a waste of time. So I am glad I watched them on streaming services, because there is no way I would pay for either of those movies. But Mortal Kombat 2 at least was better than Master of the Universe. So yeah, obviously my other one was No Way Home. And because I watched episode 5 and 6 of X-Men season 2, I had to, well, I didn't have to. It started playing. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to watch it. So I watched the original X-Men. And I'm just watching the whole thing. Man, that movie's still cool. I mean, Hugh Jackman's very small compared to the beast that he becomes fucking in every other movie. But man, that movie was so well done. Like, for its time and for what it started in regards to this, the fact that Feige was an associate producer on it and he's gone and created the MCU and he's bringing them back 26 years later into Doomsday is awesome. But yeah, man, X-Men was still good. Like, yeah, there's still holes in it, and that's fine. Still really good casting with Magneto and Professor X. They're still like just pinnacle in regards to live action actors, at least so suited for the roles that they did. Don't get me wrong. Fassbender and fucking what's his name? I always forget this poor bastard's name.
McAvoy.
Yeah, McAvoy. They did good. I didn't mind those ones either, so I still haven't finished them. I still got Dark Phoenix to go. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed watching the original X-Men movie, and I'm looking forward to X2. So I am looking forward to that. I think that I'm paying, so I'll watch that during the week. But yeah, that was awesome. So I enjoyed the shit out of that. It just flowed on really well from 97 season 2. I was just like, it's going to play. I haven't watched this in ages. Didn't expect to watch the whole thing, and just, enjoyed good old X-Men. So yeah, I really did enjoy that. And it made me feel even worse because these two brand new movies were so shit, and this movie's 26 years old and still looks better than both of them. So so yeah. So and that is me. That is my week of viewing. Andy, what you been watching, man?
So like you, I
you wasted 2 hours of your life and watched Masters of the Universe.
No, I was smart. I turned it off halfway through.
You didn't even finish it. Oh wow,
you didn't even finish it.
I watched the whole thing at least.
Did you? No. So this is what happened. So I got maybe halfway through, and I can't watch any more of this. So I turned it off. And then the next day, I thought, I'll push through and just see if it gets any better. It didn't get better.
Nope.
No, it did not.
It's such a fucking bad movie. It looks great. It looks like the special effects and the way they do.
Awesome, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
The guy that plays He-Man is fucking shit. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think he was too goofy. He looked like, I don't know. He just didn't suit.
It wasn't He-Man, right? This is the thing. Jared Leto was terrible as Skeletor. Like, I get what they were trying to do. It just didn't work.
But you don't see him, at least.
Well, yeah, but I knew it was him, so that made it worse. I'm just like, and I'm not a Jared Leto hater. I like 30 Seconds to Mars. They're all right.
Hey, he's good. He's good in Tron Ares.
Yeah, he is, because he's a
robot.
he plays a soulless being. He was really good. Yeah, but it's just like I get what you mean, man. It was just like so it could have been so good, and it was just so disappointing.
It takes itself, like, it just takes the piss out of itself the whole time. You know what I mean?
Too much. Skeletor laughed too much at his own jokes, and Evelyn did nothing. She was just like a bit of a a neurotic nympho. I was just like,
Yeah.
whoa, you're what
The
is
jokes
wrong with
didn't
you?
land. The jokes
No.
didn't fucking land. So,
No.
yeah. So that was it's probably the worst movie I've seen this year. And
I agree. I didn't want to say that in our chat, but I totally agree. And that is at the moment the worst movie I've seen this year.
I've seen some shockers.
And I'm with you, Dave. Like Mortal Kombat 2 is only slightly better. That'll probably make my top 5 shit movies of the year, worst movies of the year. And I watched The Prestige, and that still holds up, man. I
palate cleanser. After all that rubbish, you had a palate cleanse.
Great movie. Great movie. Yeah.
Nice. I have nothing to say after you said that. I was just like, yep, that movie's awesome. Fantastic movie.
Obviously watching X-Men, and I'm still watching House of Dragon. House of Dragon's good. This season's been awesome. So, yep.
Cool.
That's me.
Rich. What haven't you watched this week, man?
Yeah, a lot of things. From a week that I watched Obsession, X-Men, and The Odyssey, I've gone to a week of I don't know what I've been watching. I watched Kraven the Hunter.
Oh, is it watchable? Compared to the other 2 movies that Andy and I have just watched that we said are shit, is it better than them?
It is better than them.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm going to watch Kraven.
It's a 50-50.
It's better than the worst movies of 2026, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Like it's bad, but it's not. Look, the first introduction, because it's all about him as a kid, all that kind of stuff. Russell Crowe with a Russian accent, just I don't know what the hell. Aaron Taylor Johnson is a great actor. He's a very great actor, and I've seen him in great movies. Don't know why he chose this role. Dialogue was terrible. The dialogue in this movie. But if you can get into the whole comic book universe kind of thing, it's not like a 1 star. I gave it a 2 star. So,
is it better than Madam Web? Oh,
yes.
Fuck, no, that's not encouraging. Okay. You look confused. I was like,
you have to think about that.
I don't know.
I have to think about that one. Well, I know that Morbius is the least out of the 3.
Okay, so it's better than Morbius. It's better than Madam Web. So it's decent to have the shit.
It's
a lot of Sony movies.
The Sony movies don't know what they're doing. I have no idea. Watch Motu as you guys watched. And I watched X2. I watched X-Men 2.
Oh, nice.
I watched X-Men the week before, so
yeah, why not?
Why not? And X-Men 2 still holds up. Still my favorite X-Men movie. So that still went through. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
And one of the odd ones that I watched, because I have it on physical media, which we'll discuss in another episode, is Sneakers.
Oh wow,
that was still a good movie. Never seen it.
Never seen
that cast is unbelievable. The talent in that movie is crazy, and the premise is kind of, if you hold up to this day and age about artificial intelligence and how things are stolen and all that kind of stuff, it's kind of the way it was back then. So I had forgotten half the movie, so I remember some of the jokes and all that kind of, but I still rate it. It's still a great movie. And the other one I watched was No Way Home, as we all did, but I watched the extended edition. So that's twice in 1 year.
Nice.
So is No Way Home's the extended edition on Amazon?
Yeah, but I think they're taking it off now. I think you have to rent it or something.
I think you can rent it.
Yeah, there was a period of time that you could have watched it.
Okay.
Yeah, I may have purchased No Way Home on Prime because it was there. And I was like, oh, do I get that one? The other one? I'll just get this one. It's like $6. I was like, you know what? I've spent more on a drink, so hey, I might as well get a good movie. No, I struggled to find it on physical, man. I couldn't find it anywhere I could get it quick enough to me to get. I just wasted so much time. By the time I looked to try and get it, I was never going to get it physically here before we did this. So I was like, oh, fuck, I just get a stream version, and at least it's there. But yeah, all right, cool, man. Nice. Well, that's a week of what we've been watching, and obviously we've watched some shit this week. And yeah, it is so disappointing. Oh yeah, see, yeah, mine definitely doesn't look like that. Mine's a play on the button.
A great steelbook.
Yeah, that's
you've got this one, haven't you, don't you?
I got so lucky with that one because I
sold out everywhere.
Sold out everywhere, and I rang around, and they had it at Chatswood Chase JB Hi-Fi.
Oh wow!
And I asked them to hold it for me. And
wow!
Just quickly drove over. Okay, I need it. I need this stuff. But now you can get it. You can get it online now.
Yeah, it's a reprint of the reissue. So it's still great. I love that.
That looks awesome. That's awesome. All right, boys. I think we've made it to the end. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we've watched some terrible movies, watched an awesome movie. And we finally come to the end of the Jon Watts saga of Spider-Man movies. We have Brand New Day in a couple of days. And so next week, our episode will be our review of Brand New Day, which I am really looking forward to. Like we mentioned in the beginning, obviously we're fans of the series, give or take a couple of movies, give or take one movie. Give or take, that's my thoughts around one movie. But again, we are really looking forward to it. So hopefully next week we'll have a really interesting conversation to have, because we've enjoyed Brand New Day so much, and we'll have so many pieces of information. Obviously, because we do this weekly, the movie comes out this week for us here in Australia anyway, on Thursday. So by the time we do the episode next week, it will be full of spoilers, obviously, because we'll want to talk about what we've seen and where it can lead and what we think it then will turn into for the wider MCU, which again is something I'm really looking forward to, and I haven't for years in regards to the MCU. So Doomsday is slowly winning me back in regards to just the MCU-ness of watching movies again. So might have to do some more MCU movies over the weekend, and we'll talk about it next week. But boys, that is us for another week. As always, gents, appreciate your time. Appreciate the conversation that we get to have. And again, they're so fun. Like, we just get to chat about these movies. And again, it makes us watch a lot of things that probably wouldn't watch again together, and just have that conversation around it. But again, if you've enjoyed the conversation with us, please like, subscribe, comment, do all that good shit. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and obviously here on YouTube. And currently we're up on Twitch. So again, the live stream always goes up, and then we'll put up an edited version of the podcast on Thursdays/Fridays in Australia at Sydney time. So again, everyone, thank you for watching. Really appreciate your time. And like I said, boys, as always a good conversation, always a good chat. Thank you for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next week for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Yay. All right, everyone, have a good week. See you.
See you.
Bye. Bye.